Hello and welcome back to another episode of True Osprey. We are here for a third week. Jake, we must be doing something right because we're here for 3 weeks. We've been here for 3 weeks now.
I think we're entertaining everybody. All the
Yeah,
rugby
I think it's
knowledge
good. Yeah. Rugby's back, finally.
Yep, looking forward to it.
I'm True Osprey, otherwise known as Darren. Jake, my co-host. Jake, how are you doing this week?
Yeah, all right, mate.
So then, before we get into today's episode, we have got something different today, haven't we, Jake?
Yes, we have.
We managed to catch up with Ricky, who is the skills coach at Exeter. We're going to play the video in a second. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. And over to myself and Ricky for a little chat ahead of the Ospreys game against Exeter on Saturday. Hello, we are joined by Exeter, one of the Exeter coaches, Ricky. Ricky, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So Ricky, tell us where you want to get out in today's game against the Ospreys.
Obviously, look, we've come with two sides, so we're looking to get minutes into players. Obviously, been a long pre-season, and yeah, a lot of the guys have been obviously working their conditioning, and we've got some new attacking shapes that we're obviously looking to introduce. So to get 30 plus players minutes in the first game is super important. And then we're building towards our Prem Cup games and our friendlies next week. So for us, it's around getting minutes, seeing how the pre-season's been in terms of what we've been working on, but also then coming out injury-free, going into a tough block.
Yeah, it's weird to see Ethan Roots play. Former Osprey captain of the Chiefs. Is he captain now for the season or just this game?
Just for this game, but he's a great person having around the squad, great leader. From our perspective, it's super important that with his brother as well, the energy that they bring and how he is on the field and off the field. So he's a great captain for the club, and Daft Jenkins will be back next week, and we've got a good group of Welsh players in and around our squad, and guys that have played in Wales as well. So from that perspective, it's exciting.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, no worries. Cheers.
Thank you. Yeah. So as you know, the Ospreys played Exeter in a pre-season game last Saturday. Myself and Jake were there, weren't we?
Yep, we were disappointed with the result, but it's a friendly at the end of the day.
Exactly. Like my late granddad said, there's no such rugby in friendly. There's no such friendly in rugby.
If you're playing English clubs, there's no friendly. It's rivalry and that.
Well, we were talking to a couple of Exeter fans, and
we were, and good boys
it was,
as well.
Yeah. It was, so 26-38 final score. It was nice to see some of the youngsters, especially those who were playing for Bridgend, Aberafon and Swansea this season, get a game time. And it was nice to see, rugby back and the supporters back in the Brewery field. Any players in particular that impressed you?
Lawrence played well. He made a couple of nice breaks. Nagy was sharp. Disappointed about Conor Moyes' injury. It looks like it's a shoulder.
Yeah.
Shoulder was there. He done it.
Yeah,
because he's in it. I think he was because he had it in like some kind of cast after the game.
Oh, right, okay.
Backs looked good. Owen Erasmus played well when he came on. Phil Socken, I think, was good. But
they all look good. I think from a what's the word? I'm trying to like. What's for words? I'm gonna move on because I'm just gonna embarrass myself. I can't get that word out. Can't think what I was trying to think. Anyway, so Ross Moriarty played, made his debut for the Ospreys, scored on his debut as well. Harry Deves crossed the line for the first Ospreys try of the season. The man in the yellow hat, I love Harry Deves. He's something about him. He's always up for it, and
he's a brilliant player. Is he international?
Who knows? I'd say so.
Knows? Yeah.
Following the footsteps of certain man in a blue scrum cap,
Tiprick, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It was weird to see Tiprick in a coaching position, but...
yeah, he'd be annoyed with some of the tries we conceded, but, it's pre-season at the end of the day.
You got to learn from these things, don't you? You
don't
learn by, these type of games, and it was, blow the cobwebs off. It's a shame we haven't got another pre-season game, but we did have Bristol Bears in town yesterday.
Yeah, we did. I seen the photos and all that. But I didn't see what was going on in that.
No, it was just a training game from what I've heard of. We got Cardiff now again this week. We got Cardiff this week coming down, so that'd be interesting. Like,
Yeah, it's good that they having these like warm up like training
yeah,
sessions. But going back to the game, I was really impressed with the scrum in the second half when Tom Borther and Ben Warren played in the front row, and
yeah.
that scrum didn't look. That scrum was going forwards, but you know, I can't wait to see Reece Henry start the first game because I think he's an outstanding player. It doesn't help when you've got Steph Thomas on the other side who can't scrummage for rubbish.
But we're not here to criticise. We're here to back the boys. We're all opinion. Everyone's they're all if you're not everyone's I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not drunk, I swear. I just can't get the words out tonight. My apologies. Yeah, it was a good overall performance. Forget about the result because it was just a pre-season game. It is what it is.
It'll be a good.
Exeter. We were talking to an Exeter supporter and his son next to us, and even he said, it's just a pre-season game. Like, doesn't matter. They flipped Exeter. I think Exeter turned up. They knew that Exeter knew what they wanted from that game. The Ospreys were there with a mixture of experience and youth players, which they are the future. Chuck them in, like, there's no harm in it. Everyone got a game. Everyone got minutes, so I'm happy. And it was nice to see Nagy play. Gwilym Evans, the youngster flanker. I want to say he crossed the whitewash.
What position is he?
Flanker. I've got written down here.
Is he good play? I heard he played for Cardiff, and he was very good for Cardiff, wasn't he?
Yeah, I've got it down here. I actually haven't got it down here. I want to say flanker. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. But there we go. They are youngsters at the end of the day. I don't know everyone's position, so I don't, I think he is flanker. We'll have to look that one up. But yeah. It was a have you got anyone from that game that you're gonna keep an eye on from a senior / youngsters up and coming for this season?
I'm gonna say Cornelius because he looked good when he came on. He was involved in the try. Who else? I thought Harry Houston looked really good actually when he came on. He created some nice space for the back line. But no, backs impressed me. We know when we get out, our pack will fire on all cylinders soon because for me, honest day, our pack's one of the best packs in the league. You can't compete with it.
Well, out of the four regions, you mentioned I think last week in episode 2, that from the list that Wales Online published, even they said we got the best pack out of the 4 Welsh regions. So
yeah, and it's just we got a load of options now, and if they can stay fit, we'll have a good season. If we get any injuries, then we are like, oh no. But it was nice for them yesterday to go up against Bristol in the scrummaging session. It's nice because it builds them right back. It builds their confidence going into the season and that.
Exactly, but we are, everyone's in the same boat financially and player squads limited. But this is where the youngsters come in. We'll get on to it a bit later on, but Dylan James, he played, son of Paul James, he come on, he looked impressive. These youngsters are the future. They need to be given a chance, whether it is playing in the SRC, Super Rugby Company, for those who don't know that abbreviation word. The boys in the academy, those who are playing in the under-18s in that league, you know, it's all a learning curve for them. They gotta have this experience, and you learn by playing.
Yeah, that's what Steve Tandy used to say. You know,
Yeah.
when he was the Ospreys coach, it's about you put them in, and if they're good enough, they're ready. And
Yeah, it's same as two people's philosophy, or one of his philosophies was, the youngsters of the future. You learn as a squad, you play as a squad. Everyone's got different capabilities and different strengths and weaknesses, and you know. But no, Saturday was a really good. It was just nice to be watching live rugby, the Ospreys rocking the new top again. It got to be done. Like, I've seen quite a few people wearing it. It is nice. I quite like the collar. That's what attracted to me for this jersey, whatever. Some people said, "Oh, I like the white one," but it looked quite nice. But obviously, the players had the new Pariva, the alcohol
stunning,
brand.
isn't it?
I hopefully, I was talking to a few people, and even they were like, "Oh, hopefully that comes on sale because it does look nice." Like,
It's stunning, that kit. It's the best kit we've had in a long time.
yeah, we've had some stunners over the years, but that one's got to be in the top 5. We'll have to do that one episode, talk about all the kits from all the years.
Yeah,
the classics in that, like.
Yeah, my favorite kit's the gold one from 2010.
Oh, see, now we get
Jerry
on to
Collins when he signed.
yeah. R.I.P. JC. Gone too soon. Before we move on to other things, SRC, I've told you this story, and if people have probably seen it, but it's a good job I left the stadium when I did, because I was waiting for a train back to Swansea, and my train was due in, and there was these lads going effing and jeffing, and they were loud, and you could tell they were drunk, and I was like, typical. I hope they're not on my train. I wish they were now, because I would have got the train all the way to wherever they were going. David Jenkins, Welsh international player and Exeter Chiefs player, David Jenkins, was on the other platform, and I was like, oh my God, it's David Jenkins. So I ran up the stairs, crossed down to the platform, and I was like, oh, David, can I have a picture, please? And, I didn't realise, I know he's tall, but bloody hell, he is tall. I was like, And he was like, oh, of course you can, but. And in the photo that I put on socials, he's holding a can. I won't mention for naming rights, I won't name what can he was drinking. And he was like, oh, he shook my hand. He was like, that's made your day now. I was like, yeah, of course it has. I was just like gobsmacked to see a Welsh international player standing on a train platform. It's not every day you see that. Like, and I was like, wow, like. And then his train come in, and his mates. I want to say, I don't know if did Scott CEO play for Exeter Saturday.
He was on the bench, I think.
Oh,
he played Australia. He did.
Yeah, it looked like him. Obviously, they were all steaming, so I don't think he did anything. But yeah.
What did he think of the Ospreys?
Yeah, he was there. He was watching. I won't say too much what he said, because I get him in trouble. But no, he was there. He was sitting next to Captain Jack Morgan, and he said, it's only a friendly, but everyone, it's just a run out, like, it's nice to play a game of rugby.
Does he think the Ospreys are going to do well this year?
He didn't mention that.
Oh, that's good.
But one thing he did mention, and David, if you are listening, you were a bit, worse for wear, so I'll leave you off. But he jokingly said to me that, Jack's out of contract this season. I'll bring him down to Exeter. And I said, no, you bloody won't. He's gonna stay with us. And he's like, no, we'll get him. And I was like, hang on a second. You've got yourself. You got Chris Chinza. You've got Faye Wabosa. I know he's Welsh, but he's not. He plays for England. I said, you take any more Welshies down to Cornwall, and no one will be left, and yeah. But no, it was nice to see him. Very nice. Right, SRC. Super Rugby Cymru is back this weekend. I'm going to quickly run through those who have been allocated a team. Jake, it's your job. Tell me what position they play. Okay?
What position? Like
Prop, hooker. Right, we're going to start with Aberavon. Dylan James, son of Paul James. What position is he?
prop, you said.
Yeah. He looked good though Saturday, didn't he? Playing for the Ospreys.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Like father, like son, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll be a good. Hopefully he'll follow the footsteps of his old man.
Yeah. Well, you learn from the best, like, and he's one of the best props in Wales. Ever will be, when he? So.
Oh, different level. He should have gone the Lions tour.
Yeah. Caelan Carson Jones, Aberavon this season.
Hooker.
I think, yeah. I haven't written it down. My apologies. Owen Erasmus looked good when he came on.
Big things expected of him this year.
Did he play centre or 10? I want to say 10, didn't he? When he came
And
on?
he set the try up, I think.
Yeah. For Gwilym Evans, I think I want to say. Or Cocker the Singer. I think it was Cocker the Singer's five, wasn't it?
Something to think, well, yeah.
Yeah. Conor Moyes.
Centre or wing.
Yeah. He played centre Saturday, didn't he?
I think centre's his best position, I do.
But unfortunately, like you mentioned earlier, he's injured. I think we scored. We scored
a try.
And then he was in agony, and he was just holding his arm, and it didn't look good.
He went over on his shoulder, like he rolled.
Landed awkwardly, yeah.
Yeah, and he just went like that. And a shoulder injury like that, you'd be out for, say,
6 weeks?
I think so, yeah. But if it's
a bit
worse...
longer, yeah. It all depends on damage. No, the Ospreys, from my knowledge, or no one's mentioned how long he's out for, or this how bad it was. So hopefully, touch wood, it's not that bad. Evan Hill, Regend this season.
I think he's a back rower.
Yeah, I want to say so as well. Tom Florence, we know what Tom Florence's position is.
He was bloody outstanding when he came on.
Yeah.
He cut some nice angles as well. Like there was a nice bit of play when the Thames give it to him. He's straight through. And if he weren't for that tackle, he was through. He would have offloaded it to one of the wingers, and he was there.
Yeah. Big season for Tom. I am a bit gutted he's spent another season on loan, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know this youngster, Ben Evans.
I think he might be a back rower or back. I'm not sure.
My apologies. I'm done my research on him. My apologies, Ben, if you are listening. Right then, this is where things get interesting. Swansea's allocation from the Ospreys. Cam Jones.
Lou said.
Well done. Kieran Hyatt.
Tight head.
Lewis Edwards.
Second row. Very highly thought of down there.
Was it Lloyd? Well, hang on, I got two Edwards. Lewis and Lloyd, is it? Yeah. I knew I should have put his first name down.
One of them's a lock.
Yeah, I want to say that one's the lock. The first one I got locked. Because I went in order and it looked, yeah, that one's the lock, yeah. Ben Roberts.
Lock.
Jack Hoskins.
Centre.
He played, didn't he, on the weekend? Or came off on the bench, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah. I want to say so. I can't remember. We're really bad tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
It's this rain, it is.
Yeah.
We're not used to this rain. That's what's putting us off. You and Cornelius, my apologies for the
utility back.
Yeah. He played, he looked decent.
Sharp.
Lewis Edwards, he's the full-back /
10.
Yeah.
He can play 13 as well.
And, of course, Harry Houston.
Don't understand why he's not on the first team. He's too good for this level.
Well, they're obviously there for a reason. They had Swansea, Bridgend and Aberavon to give them game time. Maybe they're not. Maybe, yeah, but if someone becomes unavailable, they slot right in like Tom Florence did last season. Harry Houston played.
They're very, very good players, and they should be playing regional rugby.
Yeah. I've also got others that have been allocated. Jaden Maybank, who is a prop, he's gone to Aberavon. He's got a brother. Well, I don't know if his brother, because it didn't say Ashton Maybank. He's currently in the under 18s team with the Ospreys, who play Cardiff, RGC, Scarlets, Dragons, etc. Right then, this is gonna this kind of like I was like, all right, okay. He's at Swansea this year. Logan Lloyd.
Ocker,
Yes. Who is he related to?
Lewis Lloyd.
Well done. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Younger brother of Lewis Lloyd, like you mentioned. He's with Swansea. And Alfie Thomas, not Gareth Thomas. I googled that, Gareth Thomas, and I was like, nah, that's not him.
What position is he?
I couldn't find it. I did do it quickly. He captained at age group or in the academy. I was with Bridgend this season, so we're gonna have to, when the SRC starts, we're gonna have to see what position he plays. That starts Friday, so 2 days and we'll know. So yeah. I believe that you have done some research on the SRC.
This is where the league table from last year. Right. Cardiff finished on 77 points. Ebervale 74. Newport 73.
RGC.
Yeah, I think. No, RGC.
Gogledd Cymru.
Yeah, who finished where? I'll have to.
We will come back to that another time. Don't. Right then, have you done your league table? Where you think this season is going to be for the Super Rugby Cymru League?
I'm gonna guess. Go
on then. Let me write it down actually, see if we're right or not.
Yeah.
Let me just get a pen because I dropped it and then I'm making noise now. That was like some Right then, who do you think is going to finish first in the SRC then?
I reckon Cardiff will be top because they're the capital city and they've got the most talent coming through.
And the more money. Well, who said that? Second.
Oh, I don't know.
There's some good teams in there. I'm looking at I only looked at the Ospreys Academy allocation, but yeah.
Newport will be second.
Okay. Third.
The Whites.
Right, okay.
Ebervale. Fourth.
Fifth.
RGC.
RGC. Sixth.
Carmarthen, I think.
Okay. Seventh.
Pontypool.
Right, okay. Eighth.
Bridgend.
Okay. Ninth.
Who are the other teams I even mentioned?
Llandovery.
Yeah, Llandovery ninth.
And bear with, because I got mine written down on the same page. You've mentioned Cardiff, Newport, Swansea, Ebu, RGC, Carmarthen, Pontypool, Bridgend, Newport, Quince. I'm missing someone. What am I missing? Right, you've got. Write this down. Have you got a pen next to you?
Yeah, I've got it on my book.
Right, who are you missing then? You got 19, so you're missing someone. Right, you got Cardiff first.
Carmarthen.
No, you said Carmarthen. You've
RGC.
got Carmarthen at 6.
RGC.
RGT at 5th.
Bridgend.
You put them as 8th.
Aberavon.
Right, yeah, Aberavon. Ding, 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 we have a winner. Aberavon are going to finish there. Right, mine is Ebervale, Newport, Cardiff, Swansea, Llandovery, RGC, Pontypool, Bridgend, Newport, Carmarthen.
Ooh, good one that is.
Yeah. I think the top, Ebu speaks for itself because they're normally up there or thereabouts, same as Newport, Cardiff. Swansea, I reckon, looking at that Ospreys allocation, I think, and with the team Swansea you've got, I think they struggled last season, but they got a new coach. Who was their new coach, Jake?
Jonathan Thomas.
A former Ospreys and Wales player.
I think they'll come close. I think they'll come very close.
Yeah, well, I want to try and get down to some Swansea, Bridgend games and Aberafon games to just keep an eye on the youngsters.
Yeah, I'm only going on the Whites to see what they've got.
Well, they're up in
Downvunt.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Some news from the Ospreys in and around. Rhys Henry was 27 this week. Happy belated birthday, Rhys, if you are listening. 3-day defender camps are back, half-term October. Obviously, we mentioned the Bristol Bears training with the Ospreys yesterday. Cardiff are also there this week. Maybe they were there. No, they would have said if they were there today. Jake, I've lost you. I can't see you. You've gone rogue again.
You can see me, mate. You can see me. I'm trying to get light.
Have you got a light to put on or something? Oh, there he is. There he is. We see him. We see him. And I've seen it on Twitter from a fellow podcast, Ospreys podcast. Will Griff has retired from rugby, which is quite sad because he was a good player when he.
Yeah, he's a top player. He should have.
Yeah, he's got a new profession. I can't remember the profession he's gone into. Also, congratulations, Will Griff and his partner. They got engaged yesterday. Seen it on Instagram. Congratulations, both. Send us an invite to the wedding, please. Joking. And before we wrap things up tonight, I'm gonna get Jake's. Have you read the Welsh Rugby Players Association's post?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Have you read it?
Yeah, good on the players.
Yeah. So I got, for those who haven't got around to reading it, I've written some notes down. The proposed two-club model does not have the player support, which is fair enough. The players believe it would reduce professional playing opportunities in Wales, particularly for younger players, shrink the player pool available for the national team, which is fair enough, risk and alienating supporters and damaging the historic culture and rivalries that define Welsh rugby, limit development pathways and drive talent to leave Wales. Obviously, Jake, what you make on that then? What the players have come out and said that they don't agree to it, which is fair enough because at the end of the day, the player, that's their livelihood. Families, they've got young families. Some of them, they got it's their livelihood, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm not being disrespectful. I think the WRU, I've said it before, are crux, and it's good on the players fighting and that because we need our top players staying in Wales, and we want 4 professional clubs all aiming for the same ambition to be competing in the URC every year. So yeah, good on them. I'm glad because I think this is going to end up. I think this is going to go bad for the WRU now. I really do.
Well, I think without naming teams or whatever, because I don't do that, I reckon if things go south, which I hope they don't, but I think three of the teams will take it to court. One team will be fine because one team is safe and all this. Going back to the last players' meeting when Wales were going to play England on
2000,
and they all met at the Vale, and I think it was BBC interviewed Ken Owens at the time, and things were at a deadlock, and then that game was supposed to get called off because that Wales England game was the Welsh Rugby Union's finance for the year because it's the most tickets and money and all this they bring in through the gates for that particular game. The players weren't gonna. Well, they looked like they were not gonna show up, which is fair enough. And it looks like we still haven't. We're a couple of years or after, and we're still in the same boat where we don't know what's happening.
No, it's a mess, and it's going to carry on until somebody puts the foot on the pedal on that. So
yeah. I just wanted to get sorted because it's a new season now. Players don't need that at the back of their minds. They need to concentrate, go to training, focus on the new season. Because you don't want players going, oh yeah, are we still going to be in job this time next year? Because it seems to be that they play up until like January, and then something gets released from Wales Online or a different source, and then that puts doubt in players' mind, and then where they're going to be this time next season. Obviously, we mentioned it on last week's show episode, or the first one, that there's this new SRC, the new R360 league, which, if rumours are to be true, that Louis Rees-Zammit, the Wales international, has come back from the NFL after not quite making the cut, but following his dreams, which everyone should, because he got one life and everything, and you need to grab these opportunities while you can. He joined Bristol, but apparently there's 1 season, 1 year contract he signed, from what I've been told, and then he's going to join this R360 league. So
I don't know. It's down to the money, innit?
Exactly, but it shouldn't be though. But
no.
At the end of the day, you're still representing your club and your national team, but then if players are gonna find alternatives, then they gotta find alternatives, which is quite sad. But
I think going back to players, I still think the Ospreys could do with 2 or 3 more players on loan. As we pick up any injuries now for the start of the season.
We'll touch what we don't. But I said to you Saturday, maybe another couple of 10, maybe.
I think we probably could do with another lock, maybe another back rower, and probably another back.
This is where the academy boys come in, step up to the chance, because at the end of the day, they are a future, and we've looking at the under 18s and the players in the academy. We got some up and coming talent. We've always been blessed in the academy, and it seems to be the case still. Touch wood, something gets sorted with the union, and the player pathways get sorted instead of like Hartbury and all that coming over.
I'd like to see us bring 1 or 2 or 3 cheaters in.
Yeah, but you never know. You never know. Or the Hurricanes.
I don't think that'll happen.
Right. Okay.
I do believe we'll get 1 or 2 or 3 cheaters in.
Right.
Because there's a few out of contract. I can't say names, but there's a couple out of contract. So.
All right. Very interesting.
And we got that one of the boys who we follow on Instagram, and it could ask him.
Yeah, I could do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah. We are gonna wrap things up there. Me and Jake are gonna talk off air now before after this. So this has been episode 3. Short but sweet, but sharp. No, sharp but sweet. See, I can't get my words out tonight. I don't know what's wrong with me. I apologize. Sack me now, you might as well get rid of me now. Only joking. So this has been the Ospreys. True Osprey. See, I can't talk. True Osprey podcast, episode 3, with myself, Darren, and my co-host Jake. Jake. Obviously, no games now. For a while. Obviously, we'll be back next week just to have a catch up. But yeah, thank you again.
No problem.
And we will talk to you soon. See you soon, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, all the socials. They are going to get posted below. But yeah, thank you and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.